Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this.
Serious story happened last night in Lubbock when the school put out a statement after a civil lawsuit was filed that Pop Isaacs, one of their star players, sexually assaulted a minor during the trip to the Bahamas. There's an ongoing investigation right now by the school. Isaacs, according to the school, remains in good standing, and there's no reason to withhold him from university activities, the statement read. I honestly didn't report about the situation prior to yesterday because I've learned over the years, I just don't like talking about allegations. I don't. Until there are charges, I'm not going to go there. And the school put out the statement after an ESPN report, which allows us or forces us to talk about this situation now. But again, I've learned my lesson years and years ago by putting out something about allegations instead of charges. And later on, the players were cleared. So again, now Texas Tech today went on the road. Pop Isaacs played very well. He had 21 points, and they had probably as big a road win as anybody had today. They beat their in-state rival Texas, who was favored in the game. I didn't think Texas Tech was going to be able to, with the off-court distractions that were going on right now with the program, have that type of performance. Rob, how impressive was this performance by Texas Tech, and how real do we have to take this team right now after going into Texas to Austin into a fairly new building and beating them pretty, not handily, but they beat them. They beat them.
I guess how real you have to take Texas Tech depends on how real you think this Texas team actually is. Because if you look at the rest of Texas Tech's resume, there is not a lot of meat on that bone. They beat Michigan on a neutral, who I still think has a chance to be the second best team in the Big Ten, but that probably is going to be a take that dies on a very certain hill. They lost to Villanova by 16. They lost to Butler in overtime on the road, and that is pretty much all they have. So if we are going to say that Texas Tech is proving how good they are by going and winning at Texas, then we're also saying that we think Texas is a very good team. And I don't know if I'm necessarily ready to say that about Texas yet, but I will. This is Jerel. I'll leave you with this. Grant McCaslin has proven the ability to win everywhere that he goes. Every level that he's at, every program that he's at, every team that he's been with, he's found a way to be able to be successful and to win basketball games. So it's not surprising to me that Texas Tech is sitting here at 12-2. It's not surprising to me that a backcourt of Pop Isaacs and Joe Toussaint are playing basketball at the level that they played at today. It's not surprising to me that with some of the pieces that are on this roster, specifically like a Darian Williams, a Chance McMillan, who was really good tonight, a Warren Washington, who's been good. It makes sense that they're winning games. I think that they have a chance to be good. I think they've put themselves in a position to be able to make a run at an at-large bid in conference play. But before I sit here and say, I think that this is a team that is back to being like what they were at the peak of the Chris Beard era, what they were the first year under
Oh,
Mark
come on.
Adams.
Right.
I need
We
to
can't
see
say
them
that.
like I need to see them do more. Like they got Oklahoma State at home, they got Kansas State at home. You get to 3-0, and then you get Houston on the road, BYU at home, Oklahoma on the road, TCU on the road. Like that 4-game stretch. If you split there, okay, then we're going to have a very real conversation about Texas Tech. Right now, I just think that they're in a position to be able to make a run when you get to conference play. Does that make sense, Drill?
Yeah, for sure, and I'm spot on with you. Instead of double trouble, this game was sort of like bubble trouble to me. These are two teams that are going to be firmly planted on the bubble, coming here up in a couple weeks. And to be honest with you, one of them is probably going to fall off of the bubble before the conference tournament, and one of these teams will be saying needs to probably win it all to try to get in. But to be honest with you, because I'm not sold on Texas at all, and I've seen them a couple times this year, specifically the game that they played at Marquette, and they just don't have a whole lot this year. Texas Tech, a couple times I've seen them, they weren't great offensively, but they had guys that played hard. But for both teams right now, I think the cover's a little bit bare, and I think they'll both be fighting. But like you said, with the conference that they're in, they'll have their opportunities, they'll get their shots. But these are two teams that are for sure headed for the bubble.
Thank you for watching the Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field 68 content.